The finest ingredients are right. The finest ingredients are right in the middle.
It is like a finger pointing away to the moon. Don't concentrate on the finger or you will miss all that heavenly glory.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It's me, Dukect, back with you once again. And boys and girls, Ubisoft has been seeing some. They seen better days. Some gods know a place. They seen better days. And the bottom drops out because, well, you had all the stuff with the delays with the Assassin's Creed game. Defiant X, the first person looter shooter, has not done well. And Star Wars Outlaws is, well, no one's buying that. It is completely and totally bombed, completely failed. And now there's rumors of Tencent and the Gilmore and the family, considering a buyout. And heck, their stock prices went up because of it. Supposedly, They, shares of Ubisoft jumped more than 30% on Friday 6 days ago, following a report that Tencent and the Guillemot family are considering a buyout of the video game maker. Bloomberg News reported that Tencent and Guillemot family minority stockholders in Ubisoft have been discussing ways to stabilize the company as it lost more than its half of its market value this year. Shares surged 33.5% to about $15.57 Friday, according to FactSet. Ubisoft declined to comment. Tencent did not immediately respond to a request for comment. France-based Ubisoft is the publisher behind a well-known franchise, Assassin's Creed, and Ubisoft shares fell last month to their lowest point in more than a decade after its latest release. Star Wars Outlaws underperformed, and the company announced it would delay the latest Assassin's Creed game. Yes, Guillemot, Ubisoft's CEO, said in a statement that last week that company's second quarter performance fell short of our expectations. Yeah. Well, this is Sarah Parani, AP Technology Wider. Um, it's not really surprising because, let's be honest, Ubisoft has been this. I always look at these, you know, these type of um, Ubisoft games. I mean, when's the last time Ubisoft um was actually, Ubisoft was actually, let me say again, have consistently were good. I mean, consistent good, consistently. I'm talking about not just at launch. I mean, when's the last time you had an Ubisoft game that like at launch was like, wow, everything's perfect? It hasn't happened. And then the worst thing, you have this thing, because a couple days later, this happens here. Game Industry Biz, like Ubisoft targeted by a class action lawsuit for allegedly sharing customer data with Meta. And wow, I mean, I'm not really surprised, because those data stuff. I mean, when you put your stuff, these companies, they do sell your data like that. So yeah, and they have two United States players filed class action lawsuit against Ubisoft for allegedly sharing its online store users' personality identifying information with Meta or Facebook or whatever. The lawsuit was filed this month, October 3rd, 2024, at the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of California. As shown on Court Listener, the two plaintiffs filed the suit on behalf of themselves and all others similarly situated. They alleged that when purchasing a game via the Ubisoft store or accessing it as a Ubisoft Plus subscriber, while logged into their Facebook account, users PII, the personally identified information, would be captured by the Meta platform's tracking pixel utilized by Ubisoft and then transferred to Meta, thereby exposing the subscribers' PII to any person of ordinary technical skill who received that data. The Video Privacy Protection Act prohibits video game service providers such as Ubisoft from sharing PII. The lawsuit noted Ubisoft purposely implemented and utilizes the pixel, which tracks user activity on its website and discloses that information to Facebook to gather viable marketing data. The lawsuit also clarified that Meta's Pixel tool can't be placed on a website without the knowledge and cooperation of the website owner, in this case, Ubisoft. So, yeah, none of this stuff happens. Ubisoft has had very terrible. This has been a very horrible year for Ubisoft, and I think the reasons why, because of this, is once again the I think it's the whole malaise of what gaming is going through right now. It's just that they have this terrible output of not just games, but also these practices that have not actually been addressed. And there's hopefully they should be. I hope these. If this is what is the case, I hope the plaintiffs win this lawsuit, and hopefully they will stop doing this. And not only that, I want Ubisoft and all these other game companies to actually maybe, just maybe, they could actually start having games that actually are finished and such. To actually look and say this game is not 100% done. Let's not rush it. And then like 6-8 months later, oh, it's finally fixed. You have the ultimate edition or whatever. Why not just actually build and actually have stuff there? Like, how about a game that doesn't have DLC or something? Let's like to have the entire game right there and not have online stuff and not chasing everything to the start doing these unlimited growth type of changes and such. Because man, this the just this whole format of like, oh, the games never end. That that whole thing that like Overwatch and like you know Fortnite and all those other games do or whatever. I honestly hate the fact that everything's a live service. That's what live service games. They need to go away. I honestly think that is that needs to basically be DOA for the gaming industry to come back and to be there to be actually profitable. I mean, I'm not saying everyone to be like Nintendo and such, but I think that's why Nintendo is still and there's games under there for the most part. I wish their online was a little bit better. I wish their online was more robust and much more of a something that's like, wow, their internet is actually really good. I wish they could do something more to help people and actually build up, um, you know, um, you know, you know, that to be that these games, these live services, all of these, it frustrates me because there are good, even great games, but they're like, sorry, when that thing's over with, and mostly these are single player games, have to have online services. Why is that? Why is that a thing? Why is that a thing, ladies and gentlemen? Why is that an important thing? It should not be a thing. It should not be this way of the line has to keep going up, but eventually the line is just it's flat lines. They're like in these same problems. Same to these console people. I mean, look, I love the Xbox. I love Sony. I love Nintendo, all that good stuff. But my fear is that you have these big corporations that just want to keep this line like they trying to do the whole streaming slash Netflix thing, and it's just like at this point you're just renting games, not buying them. And I'm really worried, and I don't know how it's going to end up. One day it's going to get to the Supreme Court. That once that Supreme Court, I don't know who is going to be on that Supreme Court or whatever, but that's going to have to take. Someone has to go in and look at these games and actually who owns them. Is it the corporations that own them? Are we renting them or are we buying them? The people. What is this going to come up to? Because right now, physical media is basically being, I mean, heck, the PS5, you don't have the PS5, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, it doesn't have, you have to buy a physical disc lock. And everything is have to be downloaded and such. It's crazy. It's madness. I mean, that's what it is right now. The PS5 is dead. PS5 is just the disc drive, physical media is dead. You're just renting. We are renting these things. And at this point, it costs like five, six, $700. Why not just get a gaming PC and just be done with it? And I think that's what's going to be in the future. Right now, we're going to have gaming PCs, and these consoles are going to be these terminally online games. You have to be online. And honestly, I wish that was not going to be the case. I wish we didn't have that. The Ubisoft should not be permanently online. If it was online, it's going to hurt not just it's going to hurt everybody. It will hurt everyone in this whole situation. That's my personal opinion. Maybe I'm wrong, but yet you look what's going on to Ubisoft, tying it back in, and all these other crazy stuff there to the way they handled their whole you know the productions of these games and everything else, from rumors of toxic positivity to all these type of stuff. And you have to wonder, this whole line go out, these live service games, permanently online games that doesn't need it. I truly think it's going to come to a head. Maybe not this year, but maybe in 2 or 3 years, it's going to come to a head, and they're going to say, you know what, you know, this is not making the math ain't mathing anymore. So we're going to go back to all put our games offline. Because remember, the biggest, I may not like it, y'all might hate it, but the game that was actually one of the biggest games recently was Hogwarts Legacy. And the reason why, and honestly, people still like that game, and most people do, is because it was just offline. Like you could play it offline, you could play it online, all that type of stuff, but it didn't have any DLC, didn't have all the sort of bells, well, all this stuff. It's just, here's the game, you want it, there you go. Have fun. When was the last time you had that in the game? When was the last time you had that for a game, ladies and gentlemen? When? Exactly. A major AAA multi-platform game that way. All of everyone's online. So yeah, it sucks. But yeah, here we are, as always. But that is just my personal opinion. I want to hear what you thought. Leave a comment section below, all that good stuff. Because now I'm going to talk a little about Joker. Oh, boys and girls, there's some things we can say about the Joker, and I will be talking about that. Thank you. Shout out to Dragon, Shen, cool dude or whatever. Awesome stuff, by the way. I'm gonna talk about that, and we will talk about my thoughts on why it bombed. Yeah. We'll be right back. Rather is here live on the Dukect Lounge. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. We'll be right back. Right after this. Here on Dukect Lounge. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for being here. Thank you for listening to me, Dukect. How you doing? Hope you're feeling blessed. And holy crap, the Joker 2 lately ducks. Why did it bomb? What's going on? Why did Joker bomb? What's going on? He had over $1 billion. Joker, it was like smile, and is saying smile, and is saying, oh, what it's so and a thing. Everybody was doing that, and I felt like honestly that movie did not need a sequel because it felt like it ended the loop perfectly. Here, the Filet Ducks, which means madness for two, it's just that, well, I knew they were trying to do something with Harley. They know we were trying to do something here. But at the end of the day, it just did not work. Because right here, I saw that thing for free, and by God, it was the middest movie I've ever seen. Completely, it was just like the sequel grossed over $40 million this week. 39, lasted half of the 90 million. And honestly, it will make half of it is. And honestly, it will take only what it took $200 million to make, plus marketing, which at this point probably make 100 or maybe 100. It would need to be a $500 million just to break even, which is completely insane. But that's another issue of Hollywood. I think I already talked about that. But yeah, what happened? How did we get here? I think the article says here. I mean, there's a couple. Some say what the Joker is. It was just like it was just some like Joker is not some sad boy and everything else. Like a spot. He is the clown prince of crime. He is a crazy, insane person that takes glee and joy in harming people, if pranks and destructive things. That's what the Joker is. He is a clown prince of crime. He is dangerous and fearsome. He is just a laughable, insane, pure version of chaos. He is everything and nothing. He is the duet to Batman. But yeah, it just doesn't do anything. It's just like he is bad. Again, and there's like source material, musical. It just feels, yeah. There's nothing here. I mean, that's another issue with this whole thing. with Batman and the lack of Batman, which is another issue. That's an issue with most of the villains films and mostly the Sony villains. I mean, Venom has no Spider-Man, but Venom is a crazy, just been this wacky trilogy, which is amazing, and I love it. I love the trilogy of Venom movies. It's I can't wait for more. If this is the last dance, I'm happy for it. What else? Venom. You had Morbius, which was another failure. Sony. Madam Web. I don't know. That's a hero sidekick. Stupid stuff there. Then you got like Craven, who I think a 3 o'clock a.m. trailer drop. Which Lord, they knew that was going to be a bad thing. I walked up in the morning, and next thing you know, I you know. Hmm. But yeah, I just think that a lot of these stories and movies with villains, they just have no connection to the heroes, which is just so messed up. And not just messed up, it just makes no sense. And then you're gonna have supposedly a Bane and what, Two Face or whatever movie. Let me just see. Um it's gonna be what? I think there was gonna be something. Oh, Bane and Deathstroke. They're gonna have a movie. Which I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh gosh, they're doing it again, having villains without Batman or whatever. That's the thing. Hopefully, that's not going to be the case. But I mean, this right here, I'm worried because of that. Because I mean, I'm worried about that. I do worry that these two are going to be they're going to have a movie together, and I'm like, they're going, what lessons are they going to learn from the Joker and from all these things that they going to interact with the heroes? That's what I want to see. Villains attack with heroes. What a thought. I don't want to have them take on the big bad. They are the big villains. That sort of thing. I mean, I can't wait. I do want to see how these things happen. And now I don't want to see Batman or whatever in a cameo role. I want them to be like, imagine having Batman hunting them and them having to play. There's have Batman be the antagonist, or Robin, or a Red Hood, or Red Robin, or maybe one of the Young Justice, or Teen Titans looking at trying to get them. Do that, that sort of thing. That could be really good. That could be interesting. Hopefully, but yeah, that's my worry about that. These movies are they just feel empty, and not just that. Just like when you had that supposed horrible scene in the movie, which yeah, the Joker, what they did to him, which was such messed up stuff. Like seriously, guys, that just really is the messed up version of it. What they did to Joker, well, they made a clown cry, if you understand what I'm trying to say. Trying to keep it like PG for YouTube, that sort of thing. But yeah, it's just a terrible way they did this. Horrible treatments to the fan. But it felt nihilistic, and even more like just the hatred of the fans. They kept fucking the fans at this point. It's just like and you wonder why this whole push of like having fans being a part of the writers' room or something. Like if it's gonna be at that point of just being that negative, being that just just a not just negative, just I'm talking um just being very like, oh gosh. You know what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. This like he's fair like saying, hey, maybe you need to pull this back a bit. That's what I'm saying. You need to pull it back, pull it back, pull it back, pull it back, pull it back. That's what I think they need to do sometimes because at the end of the day, you know, I hope that we pull it in and do the right thing, do the right thing and try to build. That's what I believe. That's what I believe. But anyway, um, I hear your thoughts about this stuff because right now, I think that Joker 2 and all this stuff, because again, they did not care about the fan base. They, people, I don't know what it is, just this, they just had this like, they didn't want to do it. They just did it and said, screw you. And everybody's like, oh, it's okay. Oh, it's fine, which is like, oh, I don't know. I think they're all going to be fine. They'll just take a loss on it. I don't think this Joker 2, Joker 2 is going, I think this is just going to be a bad movie on the pile. And it does hurt, again, the superhero thing. Maybe this is a coming sign that um, the superhero, thing is, the superhero genre is finally going away, DOAing and all that good stuff. Who knows? But hey, at this point, I think that Joker 2 needs to, at this point, I never want to see him just doing that type of stuff. No more joke. Just no more of this type of stuff. Villain movies, villain movies without the hero in them or any type of connection at all. And once we do get to Joker back, I don't want to have this sack Joker. I want gleeful, nihilistic, crazy, just having a big old fun type of Joker. You understand? I want that guy back eventually. I don't want to see him for a while. Put him back in that, stuff here. Let's have Batman have his, and by the way, his true nemesis, Ra's al Ghul. Now, that's the guy I think he should be his true nemesis, but that's just my personal opinion. Anyway, we're going to take a little bit of a break, and I will come back to you talking about the WWE ladies. Ladies, we're going to talk about the ladies, specifically Monday Night Raw, how they feel about them being, frustrated at their creative direction. We'll be right back right after this here, live on the Dukect Lounge. Thank you much for joining me, Dukect. We'll be right back right after this.
Yo, we're the Zone Runners, and this time we're at Pumpkin Hill. You ain't ready.
I ain't gonna let it get to me. I'm just gonna creep down in Pumpkin Hill like I find my lost key. I know that it's here. I can sense it in my feet. The great emerald's power allows me to feel. I can't see a thing, but it's around somewhere. I'm gonna hold my head cause I have no fear. Probably seems crazy, a graveyard theory, but a ghost tried to approach me and got leery.
Asked the question and he vanished in a second. I'm walking through valleys, crying pumpkins in the alleys. It didn't seem happy, but it sure tried to get me. Had to back him up with the fist, metal crackling. I'm hearing someone saying, use a chicken, don't be scared. It had to be the wind, cause nobody wasn't there. I searched and I searched as I climbed up the wall, and then I started to fly away deeper.
It came to me, that's gonna creep. Down in Pumpkin, I got to find my lost key. I know that is it, I can sense it in my feet. The great emerald's power allows me to feel. But it's around some. Gonna hold my head cause I got nothing to fear. Trying to see me take the rain to be real. The ghost try to approach me, it got leery.
Yo, I ain't gonna let it get to me. I'm just gonna hang down in Pumpkin Hill because I need my next ring. Tried to find vampire blood and I liked it cause they said just a drop would make me go hyper. second time because I need another taste of that fine red wine. Plain silver chains and full fangs without pain. Drain veins in a stinky brain. What? Are my raps too violent? Yo, I didn't kill the guy, just keep it quiet. That you can log as a merciful attack. The true death reserved for the guy who calls bars raps. Ding dong, trick or treat, it's a me, healthy, yes, sorry, and I'm a doctor, yes, why don't you hand over all the candy if we won't have to show you our graveyard theory?
Better get to me, just gonna creep. Down in Pumpkinhead, I got the bomb on the street. Know that it, I can sense it in my feet. Pray in those power, allow me to feel. Leave your finger in the round somewhere. Gonna hold my head, 'cause I got nothing to fear. It's crazy, crazy, I hear it. Ghosts try to approach me, you gotta live.
Let me clear out some of these corpses, brother. I ain't gonna let it get to me. I'm just gonna chill down a Pumpkin Hill. I'm gonna keep it hella real. 7 suit, 4 feet beyond your field. When you wanna test me, but you lack any skill. Bloodsuckers wanna hunt me in the night, but their fangs only talk. They never really bite. Take a stake or two and drive it through your chest in one strike. Now what was it about me you didn't really like? Get stalked by the undead, so I got 12 gauges aimed at your dark head. Turn pumpkin to orange to blood red. Grab your jack-o'-lantern, here comes the sunset. Howl at the moon, whispers in the air, I'm coming for you soon, yeah. I've got a graveyard theory that says you'll be buried before you get anywhere near me.
Let it get to me, I'm just gonna creep. Cemetery pop locking that shit. Down the moon rock, I can feel it in my feet. Feeling of this killing got me grooving to this beat. Ain't policy, no longer say I'm right. In the fear, the theory, and the intuitivity of my friend. Girl, but it's around somewhere.
Down Pumpkin Hill. I know that feel. Great in the power. I can't hear it. I'm gonna hold my head. Wait, ghosts try to approach me.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am back. You're back. Let's hit it, baby. Woo, that's what I'm talking about, man. I feel I'm great, baby. That's how you do. Oh, man. That's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. Ah, I feel really good. Go. How you feeling? How you feeling, people? And I'm feeling excited, feeling good, but I'm feeling the opposite of what the ladies feel right here. Getting some wrestling news and some wrestle talk and such. But they're reporting of a new report reveals some frustration backstage with much of the recently Monday Night Raw. I talked about this on my Raw Thoughts review. Gosh, I just bring that back. By the way, this is 2 hours, so why not? Anyway, the October 7th Monday Night Raw edition had Leia Valkyrie, Natalia, Zatanna Vega, Katana Chance, and Kaden Carter taking on the Pure Fusion Collective and the Unholy Union in a 10-woman tag match. The match itself only received 7 minutes with commercial in between. And Fight was select. Update there was some frustration internally backstage. The frustration stems from booking of the women's match, received lack of direction for the talent involved, and the commercial consumed most of the bout. The reporter also notes there were going to be some growing pains, but yet, exactly, this is the problem. But you know what? No, I don't believe this. The reason why is because, let's be honest, WWE does not know how to book women other than NXT. I don't know what Sean is doing down there. I don't know what they're doing, Sean, down there. I don't know what they're doing, but what is going on? SmackDown is decent, but Raw has become forgot. It is basically Liv and Rhea. That's it. And even then, the people are getting really sick of it. At what point it is basically holding the things? They're holding it hostage. They're holding Monday Night. They're holding the show hostage of these long, pointless segments, these long turns. At this point, the Raw Women's Championship has become the world. It's become a secondary issue. The main thing now is Dominic Mysterio. Dominic Mysterio has taken over from taken over being the main prop. It's like Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan has become the side because people want to see Rhea Ripley beat the crap out of Dom. They don't care about the women's world title anymore. They want that match. They don't want to see Liv Morgan anymore. They don't want to see Raquel Rodriguez. They don't want to see that. They just look. They should have just had the match. And honestly, at this point, Liv Morgan is she's just. I feel bad because honestly, she's been pretty much badly booked ever since that whole stupid Ronda Rousey thing. It goes right back to Money in the Bank, the women's Money in the Bank. It goes right back to it. It goes back to that moment. Why did she need to cash? She shouldn't have cashed in. Why couldn't you just hold the? You know what? Just hold it, and have matches. Put that Money in the Bank case on the line, and she could have just done that and build her stuff up, and then finally she cashed in. She wins against Ronda Rousey clean, beats her clean, and that's it. There, boom. We move on. Instead of just this weird way, she beats Ronda Rousey. She taps out while pinning her. Then she goes like that wobbly. Well, I don't care. I still win, beat. And then the crowd turned on her. Then they kept doing this weird Harley Quinn type of thing. And then she go on this revenge tour, and it just was like, I'm just like, I'm tired. I'm tired of it. They need a change. And honestly, the ladies, all of those ladies deserve to be frustrated because it has just been nothing. The lady it's basically been Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan, and I'm sick of it. I've been sick of that. I mean, they don't have. When is Katana Chance going to have a chance? I don't know. I mean, Selena Vega got like no more contenderships, and then she just loses. I don't know what you do. And honestly, I have an idea. I have a couple of them. Maybe they should do a Continental Classic. Maybe they should have a women's version of that. WWE could just say, just cribate. Who cares? I don't care. I want to help the tour. I want them to actually help these the ladies. I want to help them because at the end of the day, helping is actually good. Actually, it's actually good to help. You know. Mm, it's just it just it frustrates me that there is like ways WWE can fix this problem, but they haven't. They had like they just don't know, and like, well, it's only 3 or 2 hours. Like, no, you can make a good women's stuff for 2 hours. You can do that. You just mean you had to cut some of the men's stuff that was way too long and dragged out. Cut some of the men's time. The men don't need that. The ladies, this is a you know, the ladies need the time, need the energy, and maybe a tournament or two can help that. And after the tournament, you continue having maybe 1 or 2 segments for the women and a couple matches there. Have like Raw be like focused on the Raw Women's Tag Titles once in a while. Have them figure out to be in the Raw winner of the Raw for the Raw Women's Championship. All that type of stuff. You build up around there. Have like stories that don't have the championship, but pride or just misunderstandings, all this type of stuff. All the stuff the men get, but also put something for the ladies. Do something with them. That's why I worry about what's going to happen when Stephanie Vakir and Julia and Roxanne and Cora Jade, they go up to the main roster. They're going to be just like, the best thing they can hope for is just speed. That's what's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. They're going to be on speed and then WE speed, and it's like, well, there's your extra time, girls. There's your mid card title, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I hope you like it. And I'm frustrated at that because they have the opportunity to do something good. I want WE, the ladies, to be put in that same, I'm not asking for them to be like, oh, The Rock or whatever, and all that type of stuff. I'm just asking them to have the opportunity. Opportunity can just knock it out of the park. They gave Becky Lynch that much. They gave the Four Horsemen that. They gave everyone else. Give them other women, other ladies a chance. Otherwise, we're going to be right back to the divas, the bad old days where they're just like, well, we don't have anything to do. If you have another 10-10 tag, here's a 6-on-6 tag, here's a brawl, here's everything else. We don't know what to do with you. The mid card is in shambles. The women's don't have a mid card. It is they don't have ways to build. They need to start building it up. If they don't start building, well, guess what's going to happen? People are just going to be, the reactions are not going to be just, it's going to be pure apathy. Apathy is coming back to the Raw Women's division, and let me tell you, that's going. And it takes at least a good long while to shake off that. And it's gonna, and if the company doesn't care, they're like, oh, we're making money. Who cares? Eventually, apathy grows, and it grows. And honestly, if the fan base will catch up to it, and people are not going to they're not going to care. I mean, the ladies are not going to care. They're like, well, if they ain't going to care how the stuff we do, then, they're like, why should we go 100%? If the fans just like, we're going on our phones or we're not sure they're going to the bathroom. The bad old days. Oh, it's a women's match, bathroom break. This can lead to it unless they are really going to look at this. I know they're going to do some stuff. It was a taped Raw last night. Last one was a tape. They did a double up. But I believe they could be doing some more stuff with Raw. They could do things better, and hopefully they could do things a lot better. And hopefully they can. Anyway, that's all I have to say about that. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here live on the Dukect Lounge. Sorry I was a little late. Had to get dinner and everything else. Whew. But now it's here. Excuse me. Dragon Ball Z Sparkling Zero is calling my name. And I'm going to be going there as well. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for being here. Thank you for sticking with me. Dukect. Peace and love. I will see y'all when I see y'all later.